A new affordable housing development for seniors here in Richmond opened its doors today. City leaders, including Mayor Danny Avula, joined the Project Homes organization in unveiling the new apartments during a ribbon-cutting ceremony this afternoon. Located at 2100 Bainbridge Street in the city's Swansboro neighborhood, the building features 83 units of age and income-restricted apartments.
We know that many of our older adults are struggling to stay in housing, struggling to find housing, and so this just creates an incredible opportunity for more seniors to find a place to be in a neighborhood that maybe they've lived in for a long time. And every unit, particularly subsidized units, matter a ton right now.
The new apartment building was created using grants from the city. Virginia Housing says fundraising will help keep rent low for senior residents.
Another ribbon-cutting ceremony this afternoon officially opens a new place for travelers to rest in Henrico. Local leaders were there as the Residence Inn by Marriott Glen Allen welcomed guests inside for the first time. Located by the County Sports and Events Center on Westier Parkway, the hotel includes 111 guest suites, an indoor pool, on-site bar, and more.
Julie, we've been asking for it, and finally we got it, some rain.
I know, and I'm glad that it's happening on a Monday and didn't happen over our weekend, because that weather on Saturday and Sunday was just gorgeous out there. All right, we are seeing a lot of clouds, but I wanted to show you this sky tracker here because we're beginning to see some breaks in the clouds as we look westward. So drier air is making a push into our area. Still seeing some raindrops though across the Independence Golf Course out towards Midlothian, but that back edge is now working into that region, and then we'll continue to track towards the east. Temperatures were definitely kept on the cool side. We had the front that moved through earlier today, so we actually started off our day much warmer in the low 60s, and then steadily those temperatures fell, and then by mid-afternoon we kind of locked in to about 50, 51, and that's where we've been for the last several hours. So we're looking at that northeasterly wind at about 6 miles an hour. Not too much of a wind for tonight either, but it will continue to persist out of the north, bringing in more cool air. So tonight's definitely going to get chilly. Maybe a night to open up the windows and allow for some fresh air to circulate, but it's looking at low 40s for that overnight low. So this is where we're going to see our temperatures by early tomorrow morning. 40 degrees, one of the cooler spots for Louisa and on up towards Orange. Petersburg will also see 40 and even cooler for Emporia at 39 degrees, but temperatures are going to bounce back pretty quickly through the day on Tuesday thanks to the sunshine, thanks to the wind shift. So we are going to have low 70s by Tuesday afternoon. Then 50s for Wednesday and even warmer for Wednesday afternoon, making those temperatures in the mid to upper 70s at least. All right, so the coverage of the rain has really shrunk over the last couple of hours, but it is progressing towards the east, so the heavier pockets are becoming a little more limited in the last hour or so. But again, that clearing is beginning to take place, eating away at the clouds as drier air will be here in the next probably hour or so. Of course, it's going to arrive in eastern zones a little bit later, but I would say another hour or two, and most of that rain will have pivoted to the south of our viewing area. Still some light rain right around Petersburg, Richmond. Already is beginning to dry out towards Short Pump. You're done with the rain. Powhatan, most of that county's done. Goochland, Ashland's done with the rain, but we're still seeing it across much of Henrico County and down through Prince George and Dinwiddie. And then still some showers that, of course, will exit the northern neck. Lastly, because they still need some rain, they haven't seen a whole lot of it across the peninsulas in the northern neck, but we have picked up anywhere from about 1/4 of an inch, so it's been pretty sporadic on rainfall amounts, but about 1/4 of an inch out towards Goochland, Powhatan to upwards of an inch closer to Charlottesville. And then on average along I-95, we've seen anywhere from about 1/2 inch to an inch. So this is good. This is the good soaking that we needed, but we still have some very dry conditions across the state. So we need a couple more systems to add to the rain that fell this afternoon. And that's not going to be the case going into the rest of the work week. High pressure is going to continue to eat away at that moisture, and that's going to be with us on Tuesday. So you'll notice that the skies will stay nice and clear for our Tuesday. A few more clouds will arrive through the day on Wednesday. We do have another frontal system bringing us a chance of a shower right around 3, 4 o'clock. But I think the main event with some thunderstorms will arrive late Wednesday and then out of here by early Thursday. So most of Thursday is going to stay dry, just partly cloudy. Checking out your daily planner here, looking at those temperatures to get stuck in the 60s by lunchtime, but make it to about 72. Even warmer going into the latter half of the work week on Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Can you believe it? We're making a push in here, 90 degrees by the end of next weekend. Julie.
Thank you, Jules. The countdown is on, and Julie's part of it on our annual effort to stop multiple sclerosis. The CBS 6 bike team will ride on Saturday, May 30th for the Bike MS Colonial Crossroads event. Bill Fitzgerald is our team leader, along with Julie and Tracy Sears, and some other colleagues will ride either the 40 or 75-mile route from Richmond to Williamsburg, or enjoy the 28-mile family ride, which starts and ends in Williamsburg. The event hopes to raise more than $600,000 towards research for a cure and to help people with MS in our community get the services they need. Come join us or support our team with a donation. For more info, just go to WTVR.com.
Creating a space where everyone can enjoy America's favorite pastime. Ahead on the news at 4, we'll take you to Disability Inclusion Day at Carmax Park and show you how the Flying Squirrels hit a home run with accessibility.
A celebration of inclusion here in the River City caught my eye today. The Flying Squirrels teamed up with the Friendship Circle of Virginia for the 5th annual Disability Inclusion Day yesterday, the first at their new home, Carmax Park.
And so there's so many things that went into this design of this ballpark, from the ramps to the accessibility, to make it truly inclusive. And when we say that everyone is invited, that's like, we always say it's like an empty opportunity. But if you do it in a way that is real, then people will show up, and they are.
This is a day where people can come together, they can feel included, they can feel like they belong to Richmond, and it just makes me super proud as the mayor of the city.
The Diamond was older and it left much to be desired in terms of accessibility. The new Carmax Park offers expanded seating, sensory rooms, adult changing areas, a wider concourse, and much more, giving people of all abilities access to every part of the ballpark. And remember when we were there on opening day, I kept freaking out because my dad had major hearing loss, and they even have closed captioning on the Jumbotron, so you can see them call the plays and announce the players. It's like they thought of everything.
That's what I was going to say. They literally thought of everything. And even when you're in line trying to get food, you can still see the game. There's just so many things, small details that they thought of. Areas for kids to play as well. So if you haven't been yet, you have to go. It is such an experience. And a group of local Boy Scouts are helping prepare some four-legged officers for duty, and that caught my eye today. Scouts from the Troop 444 showed off their impressive woodworking skills at the Richmond Police Department last week. They built search boxes, stairs, and platforms for RPD's K-9's training grounds. In return, they got to see the K-9s in action using their new handmade training items. You know, and I'm looking at that course, and it kind of looks fun for people, too.
I know, right?
Not just for the dogs.
The K-9s are just so incredible and do such great work. And to them, they're just doing stuff for rewards. They love it.
Yep,
they love it.
And plus maybe that treat at the end of it.
Yes, yes. Treat and some love.
Yep.
Hundreds of local seniors, graduating seniors, are answering the call to serve our country, and that also caught my eye today. The annual Central Virginia Military Student Signing Day ceremony was held at the Virginia War Memorial last Friday. Look at that. The seniors from both area public and private schools committed to joining the military, ROTC, or are attending one of the U.S. military service academies. They look ready.
They look ready, and that is a sight to see. It is so nice to see so many young people that want to commit and sacrifice for our country.
I love it.
Well done.
And they have a plan, and I know that feels good for them.
It does. And once you're in the service, there's so many benefits too, with education, and there's just so much that you get out of it as well. And turning now to national news, looking ahead at the 4:30 half hour, President Trump has rejected Iran's response to a U.S. peace proposal, calling it unacceptable. We'll have a look at the next steps as a temporary ceasefire remains in place between the United States and Iran.
You're You're watching CBS 6 News at 4.
Well, we're seeing some much needed rain here in central Virginia today after these drought conditions we've had across the state.
Meteorologist Julie Watkins is here with a look at how long the rain is expected to stick around. Julie?
Not much longer. We're already seeing that back edge beginning to work into central Virginia, and it's beginning to move out of here. But we still have a lot of reporting stations across central and especially eastern areas of the state indicating light rain. We're seeing that across the international airport, wet tarmac, still a lot of clouds overhead as well. But then we go westward, a completely different weather scenario is unfolding there. 51, it was cool because of those winds coming in out of the north, but we are seeing some sunshine breaking through into Stanton. They've got mostly sunny skies, mostly sunny Culpeper. So there's a reason why temperatures have been able to warm up a few degrees in the upper 50s. The rest of us, where we've got the clouds still across Ashland, Chester, Petersburg, temperatures anywhere from about 50 to 52. So the coverage of the rain has really shrunk. It's weakening and it's lifting on out of here. So it's getting eaten away by that drier air. But we're still going to see some showers across Chesterfield, Henrico. Give it another, I would say, less than an hour, and it should be pushing on out of here. Of course, it's going to linger along the northern neck and the peninsula. It's just a little bit longer, but not by all that much. So this radar looks a lot different than it did 30 minutes ago. We're already drying out now in Powhatan. We're done with the rain in Goochland, right around Short Pump. The last of the rain's now moving into Mechanicsville and Midlothian. So once it shuts off for you in Midlothian and Mosley, then that's it, you're done. We still have some light to moderate amounts of rain right around that I-295-64 cluster there. And then heading up towards New Kent County into Lancaster County, we've got some light to moderate rain. So much needed rain for a lot of those areas, and then drying out for western zones already. So we'll take you through the next 7 days, but this is your planner for the rest of tonight. We're looking at temperatures to get cool in the 40s already by 11 o'clock. Much more straight ahead, Julie.
Thank you, Julie. It's been 13 years since Chesterfield mother Nikki West was killed in a hit and run near her home. As crime insider John Burkett tells us, the case is cold, but every Mother's Day it is front and center for her family and friends.
Nikki West's son was an infant when she passed. At 9 years old in this photo, he's seen fighting to feel a connection with his mom at the Veterans Cemetery. Nikki was in the delayed entry program for the military in 2013, supposed to report to basic training after her son turned 1. That milestone was never made. The 19-year-old single mom was hit a few feet from her Turner Road home in Chesterfield County. The driver didn't stop.
I do know that it was a party with a couple of friends from high school, just kind of hanging out, having fun. I do know that unfortunately alcohol was involved.
Did she stumble into the road? Was her death an accident or on purpose? All unanswered questions in West's tragic death. In fact, there's been very few answers over the past 13 years, and that's always bothered her best friend.
Paint a picture of how Nikki was. Her funeral was at Blyle's. It was standing room only. We were lining the halls outside, you know. I mean, she was an immaculate person. To love her was to know her. Funny, goofy, she brought that right kind of crazy to your friendship that just kept you right where you needed to be.
Friends say every year that passes is just another reminder that justice has never come. They haven't given up hope and are confident someone that drives this road knows something about her death, anxiously awaiting the one phone call that could finally bring peace, not only to them, but for a growing boy about to turn 14.
Nobody's come forward. There's been, lots of talk about it for years. It's circulated between everybody that we went to high school with every year around Mother's Day. Nothing. No new leads, anything.
If you have information that can help solve the hit and run death of Nikki West, call Crime Solvers at 804-748-0660 or text a tip using the P3 app. Both methods are anonymous. Refresh your memory, stare at the picture of that little boy. Let's help bring a killer to justice. John Burkett, CBS 6 News.
If you have a story you'd like John to look into, you can email him at john.burkett@WTVR.com.
Turning to the ongoing conflict in the Middle East, President Trump is rejecting Iran's response to a U.S. peace proposal. He reviewed the plan over the weekend and called it unacceptable.
Now there are questions about ending the temporary ceasefire and resuming military operations. Joe St. George with Scripps News Group breaks down where things stand between the two nations.
President Donald Trump has called Iran's response to the U.S. proposal to end the war, quote, unacceptable. Meanwhile, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu told CBS News' 60 Minutes over the weekend that the war in the Middle East is, quote, not over, as the world now waits for President Trump's response as to what happens next. The U.S. military in the Middle East remains on standby to board future vessels in violation of the ongoing U.S. naval blockade of the Strait of Hormuz, with the possibility that service members may be called upon for additional operations after President Donald Trump posted on social media, "I have just read the response from Iran's so-called representatives. I don't like it. Totally unacceptable." Iran firing back over the weekend with warnings and history lessons of their own. A spokesperson for Iran's Ministry of Foreign Affairs reminding followers of Iran's military victories from thousands of years ago and empires of yesteryear. On a day like this in 53 BC at the Battle of Kari, General Sureina, with far fewer men and far more limited resources, crushed Rome's heavily armored legions in a masterful, asymmetric victory. History repeats itself for those who refuse to study it or respect its lessons. Now the world waits for President Trump's response. The president heads to China later this week for a high-profile summit where Iran is expected to be a major topic of discussion. President Trump previewed one possible action over the weekend, including resuming Project Freedom, which is a military effort to guide certain vessels out of the Strait of Hormuz.
We may go back to Project Freedom if things don't happen, but it'd be Project Freedom Plus, meaning Project Freedom plus other things.
On Capitol Hill, where Democrats largely oppose the conflict, Republicans growing impatient with Iran. Republican Senator Lindsey Graham of South Carolina writing, "Project Freedom Plus sounds pretty good right about now." Republican Congressman Derek Van Orden of Wisconsin writing, "Start bombing again. It's the only thing they understand." Joe St. George, Scripps News Group, Washington.
The ongoing conflict in the Middle East continues to impact gas prices nationwide and here at home. According to AAA, the national average for a gallon of regular gas is now $4.52. Here in Virginia and in Richmond, we're doing a little better. The average more than 20 cents lower at $4.30.
President Trump held a maternal health event at the White House today to highlight what the administration is doing to support motherhood. Trump announced that the Department of Labor is issuing a new rule to formally create a fertility benefit option that employers can offer workers, similar to vision and dental plans.
This will hopefully reduce the number of couples who ultimately need to resort to IVF, because challenges can be identified and addressed very early in the process.
The president also touted a new government website called moms.gov, designed to offer support and information to new and expecting mothers. The U.S. has the highest maternal mortality rate among high-income countries, with nearly 18 deaths per 100,000 live births in 2024.
We are only 2 weeks away from the unofficial start of summer. Americans aren't letting high gas or plane ticket prices stop them from getting away this Memorial Day weekend. Ahead, how travelers are expected to hit the roads and skies for the holiday.
Despite the high cost of gas and plane tickets, travel during Memorial Day weekend is expected to break records. As CBS's Chris Van Cleve reports, AAA predicts 45 million Americans will travel at least 50 miles from home this year. That's slightly higher than last year.
Jennifer Faust is well into planning her family's summer travel. While international airfare is up on average 16%, or $152 a ticket, her family of 5 is keeping their plan to go to Italy.
I think if it wasn't for the fact that our kids are moving out in a few years to go to college, we might not have gone.
Memorial Day weekend marks the unofficial start of the summer travel season, and AAA expects it will edge out last year as the busiest ever. The 45 million expected to travel is up just 0.4% from last year. AAA's Aixa Diaz.
Despite high gas prices, most people still travel, and they don't let that deter them from going on their trip. They may budget accordingly, but they're still going to go on their getaway.
Most, 39.1 million, will drive, getting hit with gas prices topping $4.50 a gallon on average, up about $1.40 from a year ago.
Gas price is insane right now, and I usually fly, but it's expensive to fly as well because of gas price.
AAA says the average Memorial Day plane ticket was $800 round trip, down a bit from last year, but many of their bookings came before